Morning, the FBI is investigating some new ransom notes in the Nancy Guthrie case where the sender claims Nancy is dead and that they know where to find her body. TMZ said the only detail it has verified so far is that the note came from the same sender as one of the original ransom demands.
She's dead. 2 words, no context, no greeting. Just a digital death sentence that sent the FBI into an absolute, unmitigated panic. This wasn't a formal ransom note delivered in a briefcase. It didn't go to the Bureau's tip line or the Pima County Sheriff. It landed directly in the inbox of TMZ. As you're watching this, a specialized team of federal forensic analysts is reportedly scrambling to trace a 12-second digital mistake that might have just closed the book on Nancy Guthrie forever. Imagine the scene: a dimly lit office in D.C., the blue light of a monitor reflecting off a stunned agent's face. They're staring at a message that says Nancy, the woman whose face has been plastered across every news cycle for 66 days, is gone. But here's the chilling part that should make your blood run cold. The moment that note hit the media, the price of her life didn't skyrocket. It plummeted. From $6 million to a mere $35,000. Why would a human life become clearance price the moment she's supposedly killed? Stick with me, because before this video ends, I am going to reveal the red folder. It's a leaked communication from an internal whistleblower that proves the FBI isn't just investigating this note, they are terrified of it. Because what's inside doesn't just point to a kidnapper, it points to a conspiracy that reaches the highest levels of the media elite. If you think this is a simple kidnapping, you are being fed a lie. While the world was gripped by Savannah Guthrie's tear-filled return to the Today Show, a silent, calculated exchange was happening 70 miles across the border in Sonora, Mexico. We were told the narrative was simple. Nancy was snatched from her home in Tucson. A tragic, random act of violence. But look closer. If you analyze the early footage through a liar's lens, the deceptive calm of the authorities starts to crumble. Look at the February 11th press conference. Watch the lead investigator's hands. They aren't just shaking. They are vibrating with the kind of stress you only see when someone is guarding a secret that could end their career. While we were distracted by the $6 million ransom demand, a shadow figure was already moving the pieces on the board. The original notes to the family were the smokescreen. The notes to TMZ? That was the opening salvo of a planned conspiracy. They weren't looking for Nancy. They were managing the fallout of a deal that went south long before she ever went missing. Then came the first breach. A leaked text from a trusted assistant deep within the inner circle. The setting, the suffocating air of a cheap motel room, the sharp blue glow of a burner phone at 3 a.m. The message was a warning. The Bitcoin wallet is a decoy. The real truth is going to TMZ. Then, the April 6th explosion. 2 notes, 1 sender, the ultimate contradiction. The first note says, she's dead. They claim to have the body location. They want $35,000 to end the nightmare. But then, hours later, the second note arrives. I saw her alive in Sonora. This isn't just a mistake. It's a double-layer mystery. Retired FBI supervisory agent Jason Pack called it a red flag, but I'm calling it a lure. What if the sender wanted to be caught in a lie? What if the contradiction was designed to make the FBI dismiss the TMZ notes as noise so they would stop looking at the real evidence hiding in plain sight? While the Bureau was busy debunking the lie, the truth was slipping through their fingers. Right now, behind closed doors in New York and LA, the industry is in a state of digital inferno. Emergency boardroom meetings are being held in the middle of the night. Blacklisted stars, names you know, faces you trust, are suddenly scrubbing their entire digital history. Social proofing is dying. A massive celebrity news outlet just issued a gag order so strict it's being called a media blackout. Rumors are leaking of a shadow figure, an ex-partner from Nancy's past, who has decided to break a decade of silence. This is no longer about a missing person. This is an industry war. The narrative has shifted from save Nancy to burn the evidence. This isn't just gossip. This is a career execution. As I am recording these words, high-priced lawyers are reportedly filing injunctions to have this very video removed from the internet. They are desperate to keep the connection between the $35,000 ransom and the mental breakdown of a key witness in Sonora hidden. This is psychological warfare. They want you to feel overwhelmed. They want you to think it's too complicated to follow. They want the noise to drown out the signal so the actual perpetrators can breathe a little easier. They are counting on your silence. The payoff is here, and it's devastating. The FBI didn't ignore the TMZ notes because they were fake. They ignored them because the Bitcoin wallet provided on April 6th isn't just any wallet. The folder reveals it's a honeypot, a digital trap set up by a separate intelligence agency to track anyone who attempts to deposit the money. The TMZ sender isn't a troll. They are a whistleblower who knew the FBI was sitting on evidence and tried to force their hand by leaking it to the media. But the folder contains one more terrifying detail. This Death Note signature matches the digital footprint of a kidnapping case from 5 years ago, a case involving a different celebrity that was quietly resolved. The rabbit hole doesn't end with Nancy Guthrie. It leads to a systemic pattern of career kidnappings used to keep the industry's biggest stars in line. The cover-up is happening in real time. Every minute this video stays up is a victory for the truth. You need to subscribe to stay protected. We are the only channel digging through the noise to find the signal. Now, I need to hear from you. The evidence is on the table. Is Nancy Guthrie a tragic victim of a ransom gone wrong, or is she a pawn in a much larger, more dangerous monsters game? Scroll down and type victim or monster in the comments. I am personally going through the most detailed theories to feature in our deep dive part 2. Don't let them win. Watch our video on the $1.2 million reward next. It will show you exactly why nobody is brave enough to speak the truth.